really mature, available men out there somewhere over the rainbow. And I know sometimes men want to put their best foot forward and they will, shower you with gifts, which there's nothing wrong with gifts. But in order for a woman to want this man more and more, he has to give her something that she couldn't get from any place else. I'm not talking about that either. That's just extra. Now, in the world of independent women, we work our tails off. We raise babies, we make money, we buy bacon, we stir it up in a pan, we do all of that. So in order to understand our love language, first of all, you got to have a conversation. You got to have a conversation. You can't think that what you did for one woman is going to work for the other, because we're all different human beings. And we all have different experiences and philosophies about love. And depending upon where we grew up, what we witnessed, what we were taught, that will have a direct bearing on what it takes to please the woman that you're interested in. And I'm going to tell you what I've always told guys, period. Never, ever, ever say these words: I can't afford it. Never. You never tell a woman you can't afford it. You're the king. What you say is, baby, let me figure this out. Because men and kings, listen, you are supposed to lead somebody somewhere. When you start talking about what you can't do, girl, I don't know why you would attach yourself with somebody who's talking about what they can't do. It's about what you can do. It's about being creative. Now, when a woman has a man that is a problem solver, she's going to come back. She's going to focus on you. Now, here's the thing. You can't put strings attached to it. Well, I did this for you, and I did that. And listen, I had one, and I was married to this one. He wrote down a list of things that he did, and it totaled $5,000. Now, he wanted me to see that. We were already separated because it wasn't about the money. It was about the respect. It was about protection. Okay? Because you're going to meet women who are capable of doing a lot of things for themselves. And $5,000, quite honestly, to a person who doesn't have it, it's a lot. However, I bet if you take time to work with your money, you will see that you can save that just like this. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's number one is you have to talk positively. You got to be a problem solver. Number two, you must respect her at all times. And when I say respect her, I mean she doesn't have to check your family. You check your family. She's your queen. Do you see Queen Elizabeth arguing with anybody? No. You can't walk around talking about you want a queen, and then the queen shows you who she really is, and now you want to badmouth her, right? I remember I bought myself another convertible, and I showed someone that I had been in a relationship with. He saw me, because you still try to be friends sometimes, and he said, "You spoiled little itch." Those were his words. I thought, now who is he used to date? You spoiled little what? Oh, no. And see, I don't even play like that. Because look, what you allow, they'll keep giving it to you. So don't start out in a relationship accepting the unacceptable. And honestly, it is unacceptable not to set the appropriate boundaries when it comes to your woman that you want to be your wife. Okay. And this goes for anybody's relationship, but I'm just saying, you want to be irresistible with the person, you need to serve them up something they can't get. And I'm not talking about being all up under them, because, clingy ain't the thing. You got to be confident and comfortable. She says, baby, I'm going to go out of town with my friends. Baby, have a good time. Here's some money. Let me kick you out some money. Ladies, the same way. A woman wants to talk to a man who has a conversation. Not 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. I need to see, how do you really process? How do you see the world? What's your perspective? This woman, listen, she want to be around you. Now, I had this conversation, and I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just having this conversation. And I was telling somebody, I said, listen, I'm looking forward to, Bella, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking forward to having a man just pick my car up, and he washes my car, and he puts the, gas in it, and he shampoos, he does the things I know I can do, but he does them just because, right? He's saying, baby, I got you. I know you've been working hard. He's thoughtful. And when you're being thoughtful, sometimes you are going to be, it may set you, you may feel inconvenienced. But remember, the reward is so much greater. In other words, when you start doing for a woman what she could do for herself, but you decide you want to do it just because, baby, if she's mature and she knows what she has, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. I have met women who have been with their husbands for years, and they're smiling. And one said, girl, my husband, he's taking better care of me while he's dead than when he was alive. Why? The man had insurance policies. He had a burial plan. He wasn't looking to leave burdens upon her. He was saying, I'm going to take care of business while I'm here, and I'm definitely going to take care of you. Now, she would be a fool to leave a man like that. A woman wants a man that's going to protect her. One time when I was married, I already know that. Me and my husband, he was my husband. We had a situation. He was just jealous. I mean, that's just the best way I could put it. He was jealous. We both were professionals, and I went out to lunch with a male friend who had always been a friend, like a brother to me. And I end up sharing with him. I was like, I met so-and-so down at the plaza, and we got a really good business conversation. Not trying to hide anything. That's not what I do. So he says, well, okay. So the next day he comes home and he hands me this letter. And in the letter, the supposed to be his frat brother is calling me all these horrible names I don't even care to repeat because it was terrible and it was extremely disrespectful. And I looked at my husband, the guy that was my husband at the time. I looked at him, I said, you know what? This letter, I should have never received this letter. You should have checked your frat brother. You're my protector. If somebody's talking crazy to me in a letter, you don't bring it to me. And I knew his frat brother didn't even write the letter. Because see, sometimes when you got a woman who got good sense, you got to go in all these different turns to try to get over on her. But we're smarter than that. And so he goes, well, okay, this is how we can fix it. Whenever you're going out on a lunch with a guy, just call and let me know. No, I'm not doing that. I'm a professional journalist. I'm a speaker. I'm all out in the community. Do you think I'm going to take one every time I'm going on a business meeting and there's going to be a man there that I'm going to stop and call you? Now, if it's after hours and I'm running later than usual, I'm going to touch base with you. But when you start putting out those stipulations, that's the sign of control. Insecurity. Insecurity is never, ever attractive, either for men or women. Listen, the person wants you. Do you believe that? They want you. If a person is spending their time with you all the time that they have, they want you. They can't sleep up under you, be with you all day long. That's not called living. You're smothering a person. And you got hang-ups from the past relationship, you need to handle those. Ladies, I want you all to put in the comments the type of man that you would never leave. And I mean, you would never leave this one. And I'm gonna tell y'all this now. I have different feelings about this, but some people, they're like, girl, if he cheat, I ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, for real? Now, I don't feel that way, but I'm just saying what somebody else told me. I don't feel that way. But what they were saying is, somebody shaking a little tail in his face. Now, if he's dumb enough to go for it and risk everything that he could have, that's on him. But they're like, girl, I work too hard for my family. I'm not just getting ready to get my family up. And, you know, it's not like he keeps doing it over and over and over again. It's that, listen, people are human. That's what they say. I'm not telling y'all where I sit with that. I'm just telling you how I ain't feeling it at the moment, right? So anyway, here's my last thought, and then I gotta go. It's my nephew's birthday, and we're getting ready to play football. Yeah, football. What you wouldn't do for the children. I'm gonna play some football, okay? A woman wants a man that can provide. He's not a bully. He might be a beast in the bed, okay? He's not a bully. He knows how to back down. He's not going to talk to you crazy and talking about, I'm just playing. No. And a man, he's going to apologize. Why? Because we all make poor decisions from time to time. He's not going to blame you for his idiosyncrasies. Well, if you would have been cooking, then I wouldn't have been over so-and-so's house eating dinner. Boy, don't make me slap you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Listen, if both of y'all working full time and you got children, maybe y'all need to talk about a housekeeper and figure out who's going to pay for that. See, there's always a solution. Whenever you choose to do something, it's because it's what you wanted to do. If you're an honest man, even if you don't like what you said, that lady's going to be like, okay, he's telling the truth. Because sometimes it's not what you say. It's all in how you say it. And let's be honest, as women, sometimes, you know, we can be spoiled. But when you know that man is going from hell and back to provide for you, to do things that the average person would not do, first of all, you better appreciate it. He's telling you how beautiful you are. I know sometimes you think he's lying, but here's the point. He's telling you how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how much he appreciates you. Everybody wants to be appreciated. Anybody can criticize you. That happens. But appreciation, honey, that goes a long way. Baby, I really appreciate you bringing me lunch today, baby. Just to show your appreciation. Now, there is a book out there called 7 Love Languages. And in the book, basically what the book talks about is that we all are different and we all speak a different love language. For some people, they believe you love them when you give them gifts. You shower them with gifts. That's their thing. They get so excited. And this works for men and women. Now, some people need your attention. They just need to know that you here with them, that they're not optional, that they are a priority. I remember hearing this one judge, he was at the church and he was talking, and his wife was at home sick, and the service was going to be long. He already knew that. So he got up and he gave his words, and he says, you know, and right now I got to go home. This sexy, beautiful queen of mine is at home with my little chocolate drops, and I got to go home and take care of her. See, some people the program went longer. No, she's priority. He said, I can't stay long. I wanted to show my respects, but now I need to get home and be with my wife and take care of her. And sometimes it's not that you have to do it. It's because you want to do it. You want to do it. And then pay attention. I'm one of those people. I try to pay attention. If I get involved with you, I try to pay attention. I ask questions like, what are you really like? And if I don't know, then I'm paying attention. I'm making, mental notes. And then if it's like a special day, or sometimes just because I go and get something. Why? Because I want you to know how much I appreciate you. Because here's the truth. You could have picked anybody else. But I picked you and you picked me. Ladies, men are like buses. Baby, sometimes you get tired of buses, honey. You might want a Bentley, okay? And you can't put them on layaway. You got to have the coins. And when I talk about coins, I'm talking about standards and class. Because there are men, they don't care about your big old, they want to know about are you classy enough to hang with them? Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can twerk all day. And then when the man gets tired, he treats you like a toy and you done twerking. Now you're going to go have to work. So don't sell stuff listen, I'm not opposing twerking. Just know where to do it, ladies. And for some of the older women, maybe you need to go take a pole dancing class, okay? Stretch. Don't get so old. I saw another friend of mine, him and his wife, they've been together for a long, long time. COVID, she loved to roller skate. He cleaned out the garage and they turned the garage into a place where they could roller skate and have the music on and did a Facebook Live. I said, that is what's going on. Think about it. Sometimes it's not about you, man. No, you don't care to go shopping, but you care about her. Don't you? You want this woman to want you so much that when you die, she's thinking about not ever, 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 ever getting married again. I love when I meet women and they say, the love of my life. Now, you don't get many of those. The love of my life. Don't you want the love of your life? Well, why do you think they love them? Because they give them something that nobody else can give them. Yes, a woman can get her oil change. Yes, she can wash her car. Yes, she can fill up her tank. Yes, she can even buy herself some shoes. She can go get a manicure and a pedicure. But what happens if you step up and say, baby, I got this for you? Or you grant her a fantasy and maybe you don't do it right away, but you're listening. She's like, I never went to Paris before. And then one day you say, baby, I need you to take off, or maybe y'all in business by this time, right? And you give her an envelope and inside of it, tickets to Paris. Just think about it. These are things to think about. If you want that woman to want you more and more, and listen, I'm going to tell these guys something. I know some of y'all got muscles and all that, and you think you fine and as good as old wine. But baby, looks ain't always everything. When a woman finds a man of integrity and class and character and consistency, there are certain things that the mature woman is going to recognize as more important than something. This is what former First Lady Michelle Obama said, and then I'm out. They were asking her about her marriage to former President Barack Obama. And they talked about disappointment, because disappointment means you have an expectation and the person lets you down. And what Michelle Obama said, I was like, oh my goodness. She said, Barack has never disappointed me in the areas that are most important. In other words, nobody's going to be perfect, but there are certain areas in your life, certain things that are key to you, and the person cannot disappoint in those areas. And sorry doesn't cut it all the time. Sorry sometimes means, you sorry. Now you got a consequence. But for her to say, he did not disappoint me in the areas that really mattered. Now, ladies, we must know what really matters. Does it matter if he remembers your birthday? Do you need a birthday gift? What's important to you? And only you know that. Because a person can't do the guessing game. You got to be able to speak up. Well, I'm not going to share because the last time I shared it with somebody, well, then you stay stuck right there, okay? But just because that situation didn't work out for you does not mean the next one is not going to work out for you. So when you want somebody to want you more and more, you need to pay attention to who they really are, not who you want them to be. I'm going to tell you that again. Pay attention to who they really are and not who you want them to be. Because I tell you, whenever a person feels loved, man or woman, we going to go out our way to do whatever we got to do. Some women, go get breast implants and butt implants and all this other stuff. I'm not saying you got to go all out like that. But what I am saying is when somebody loves you, not just for your money, not just for your body, but for your mind and your spirit and your soul. Because, baby, nobody has your mind and nobody has your spirit and nobody has your soul. So you want somebody like that in your corner. There's a book called The Power of a Praying Woman. I know how to pray over somebody. I know how to touch the throne. I know how to ask God to do this and do that. I got favor with God, right? Why? Because God said I have it. I don't need Fendi and Gucci and all. No, it ain't even about that. I'm not going to do the Cardi B and pay $80,000 for a purse just because. I'm like, what? What you say? $80,000. With all these people starving in America and COVID, you could take that $80,000 and help feed some of these families that are out there. Sometimes we just doing too much. And I'm not hating on her because she earned her money. She did whatever she wanted to do. But there's a point we have to be a little bit more wise and responsible. But they did vote her Woman of the Year. And see, nowadays we have different standards for different things. OK, I that's all I can say about that. But men, listen. Talk to her and listen. And ladies, be willing to speak up. And stop saying what the person didn't do for you. Just say, you know what? I really love orange roses. And then here's the other thing. Buy them for yourself. The best way to show somebody what you want is to have it for yourself. They be like, note, okay, this woman, oh, she smells good all the time. Baby, what's that cologne you got on? Oh, honey, this is, what's one of my favorites? Let's see, I got so many. This is Flower Bomb, or this is Attic by Dior. So you notice stuff like that. Then you go to the store. Baby, where you get your makeup at? Somebody got me a gift card from MAC one time. I was like, hey, okay. Thoughtfulness. How do you make yourself completely irreplaceable and irresistible? I want you to think about that. What sets you apart? Why should the woman want you? Why should she want you? Why should she say, can't nobody else do what he can do for me? And vice versa. But we're talking to the men right now. So if you've given her all that you could possibly give her and she can't, you know what? She can't accept it. That's on her. That's not on you. And ladies, when you've given him everything you possibly could and he want to nut up, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't let somebody cause you to be mean and crazy and all this other stuff. Be true to who you are. If you're loving, be loving. Be wise, be cautious, but be loving. All right. Dolores Jones, comeback coach. Got to go play football with my 6-year-old nephew. Child, yes. This is called love, right? Who else would come out with big earrings on and play football in the middle of the street with the children? That's what you do when you love somebody. Mwah. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.